no, I'm not gonna show my muscles. Hi there, this is Mav and welcome to Mav Magic. On this channel, I like to try to help people find their truth and find their magic. Today, I'm very excited to give you all a full 1 year on low dose testosterone update. I did not write any notes about this, so this is going to be fully off the dome today. So hopefully I get all of the information that I want to get out there. If you would be so kind as to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below about where you are at on your gender journey. If you're on a journey, if you're curious about starting your journey, let me know. I want to know. I'm very, very curious. Okay, let's dive in. So I've been on low dose testosterone for a year now. And so what I'm going to do is talk to you a little bit about, I'm going to try to stick to my testosterone on this video. Obviously, I made other videos about my top surgery. I might mention it a little bit, but I kind of want to keep this very focused on how testosterone has impacted me over this past year. It's been a little bit over a year, honestly. So it was like mid-February when it was a year, and it's mid-March or almost the end of March now. So it's a year and a month. Same difference. Okay, this is what you're getting. So, all right. So, oh, wow, this year's been freaking crazy, and I've already made a video that coming out as trans and starting this journey kind of catapulted my spiritual awakening. And so this year has been there's been so much growth this year, so it's hard for me to kind of just pick out the testosterone piece of this, but I will kind of just give you all of that information. So in 2021 I started testosterone in February, and the first month or so, my endocrinologist person helped me out by starting me off on a normal dose of testosterone, and just so that I could kind of start to see some changes in my body. And so that I was on that for about a month, I think, and changes started happening very, very quickly. Personally, I wanted a little bit of a deeper voice and a little bit of masculinization of my body. Bottom growth was also something that I was very interested in. And if you're curious about that, you can Google it. But I was not interested in facial hair. That was something that I was really not interested in having, and I'll talk more about that coming up. So when I first started my regular dose of tea, I started noticing more hair and fuzz starting to appear on my face and all over my body. I shit you not, everywhere. There's hair fucking everywhere on my body, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, so as soon as I started to see it come in really intensely, we slowed down. We dropped the dose down pretty low. And I was on that for the majority of my time. So when you're on a lower dose, you still get all of the changes that you would on a regular dose. They just are much more slow and gradual, and that was perfect for me. I guess the way that I see myself as very androgynous, and I wanted to kind of enhance that, so helping to kind of lower my voice a little bit, stop making it so shrill and high-pitched. I had a moderate voice anyway, I think. When I listen to it now, it's a lot different, obviously, but I wanted to change my voice and hopefully get a little bit of changes in my jawline, which I've definitely seen. I've seen some changes in my way my body is shaped and things like that. And so I did that for a couple of months. And I definitely noticed some pretty good changes. There was a time where so basically, as I was on that low dose, I was interested in taking a medication to help kind of suppress some of the facial hair growth that I was getting. and it's called finasteride. I believe that's how it's pronounced, finasteride. I'll put that up on the screen so you can see it. But the thing is like, at the point where I was, is my voice hadn't dropped to where I wanted it to go. And this medication, it suppresses like your facial hair growth. It can suppress your voice dropping, and it can also suppress bottom growth. So if that's something that you are like, things that you don't want in your journey, talk to your provider about any like additional medications that can help kind of control your appearance, or like get you into a place where you're, I guess, satisfied with the changes that you're seeing in your body. So the thing is, I wanted my voice to drop a little bit more. So before I went on that medication, she upped my dose again, just to kind of make things move a little bit quicker. And I did that for about another month or so. And then I dropped back down again, and then started the medication. And that was really awesome. I definitely saw just like my facial hair kind of got thinner. My body hairs grew more slowly, which I really liked. The hair thing is just, it's just not, it's just not the business for me. One area of hair I do like, I do have some chest hairs. I don't want to show you right now, but I do like those. But I have like hair on my belly, and the butt hair, my friends, there's a lot of that. So this might be TMI. The thing is, I just don't care. So here's my whole life, trying to give all the people all the information that they need. So things like my arm hair, like, filled out. This part of my skin used to be like my wrist, like no hair here, but there's thin hairs on my forearm now. My leg hair is intense. I shaved my legs. I continued to shave my legs when I first started testosterone, actually. And then there was a point where I just like, I couldn't keep up. And so I just stopped shaving my legs, and now I'm much more comfortable with my hairy legs. And I used to even like trim my arm hairs, and I stopped doing that too. I just feel more comfortable kind of just being in this body and being hairy and just kind of accepting that. Whatever. On my armpits too. I shaved my armpits for a long time after being on testosterone. But eventually I just got sick of it, and I just stopped, and now I kind of like it. So some of my opinions about my own body hair have changed as time has moved on. And I noticed also that my opinions about my facial hair have also slightly changed. So my first concern was that I pretty much figured that I would have to get electrolysis, I think that's how you say it, or laser hair removal, because I just am not a fan of facial hair on my body. But right now I'm okay with shaving. Like, I just shaved before this video, and I think it's fine. I don't shave that often, especially since I don't have to go into the office anymore or anything like that. So I don't have like just a need to shave my hair. It doesn't cause me any like dysphoria to see hair on my face. I just don't really prefer it. With being non-binary, there's so many different ways that non-binary people kind of express themselves and express their gender. Like I said before, I'm kind of aiming for a more androgynous look, and I just personally, for me, I don't like my look with facial hair. Like, I've done an app, those apps where you put facial hair on yourself to see what you would look like, and it's just like not what I'm going for, not the look that I'm going for. If that's the look that you're going for, please, more power to you. Use medication. There's medications that you can even use to help enhance your facial hair growth. So like, there's, like I said, so many options for you to choose from about that. So, and since my opinion on my facial hair has changed a little bit, I feel kind of like, as a person who has more testosterone in their system, like, hair growth is just something that I kind of am learning to accept and just come to terms with. Now, at this point, I have choices. Like, do I want to continue to shave my hair, to shave the hair on my face every couple of days or so? Or do I get it removed with laser? I'm not actually sure yet right now. Right now, I feel really comfortable just shaving every now and again. And like I said, like facial hair doesn't make me dysphoric or anything. So that's kind of where I'm at. And so why I'm talking about my opinions changing on facial hair was because I actually, I stopped taking the finasteride for a couple of reasons. So like I said, it can suppress your voice dropping a little bit, and it also can suppress bottom growth. Another thing that this medication can do is it can inhibit your sex drive. And I noticed that happening, and that was not something that I was comfortable with, and not something that I really was interested in doing, just to keep my facial hair at bay. I personally thought it was a better idea for me to have facial hair and to have like my normal sex drive. And also to allow like for bottom growth to continue to happen naturally. So like I stopped taking it, and that was not too long ago, maybe like a week or so ago. And so I'm noticing some of that is coming back and starting to feel a little bit more normal again, which is really exciting. And the thing is like I am communicating with my providers and letting them know what's going on, and they're helping to support me through this process. You know, I'm not just kind of willy-nilly just trying this stuff out randomly, but trying to take advice and trying to move in a direction that makes me feel satisfied with the results that I've gotten. I do want to talk about the emotional aspect of testosterone. And there's a lot of people who get really worried about going on T because they're nervous about how it's going to change their personality, or is this going to make me angry or violent even? And I know that there can be some like not that great representation in the media about folks going on testosterone. So I just wanted to let you know my personal experience emotionally. So the thing is like, going on testosterone helped so much with my overall dysphoria that like my mood just like mostly improved in terms of like my gender. One of the tricky things was that when I started taking testosterone, I was also coming out to my parents, and that was really messy and did not go very well. So there was a lot of emotional pain that I was dealing with, but that it did not have to do with my testosterone. Could there have been, and the thing is like, I don't really know too much to be able to tell if it would have been better if I wasn't on testosterone or if it was different. It's kind of hard to tell, especially at this point, but that's kind of my whole process. I think there might have, I feel like I'm more like neutral, like a little bit more chill these days. I feel a little like less moody overall. If you ask my wife, she might disagree. Just because she sees me like all over the place, and when I'm in a crabby mood, or if I like didn't eat, or you know, if I'm hungry and I'm just mad or annoyed. That's a whole other thing. I've also just gotten like way more opinionated this year. So that's also what she is seeing. But I haven't felt a lot of the effects. There were some points where I think I noticed a little bit of moodiness that could have been associated with the testosterone. But the thing is, I had like so much mental health stuff going on at the same time that it's so difficult to tell like what happened and what caused what. The thing is that I know that this year has been an expansive year for my emotional health, and being on testosterone and doing things like getting top surgery have really alleviated so much discomfort in my life that I feel like I'm just able to just live normally now. It's like I wake up and I just walk out the door and I just like feel like myself. I don't have to bind my chest or throw my voice lower when I talk to people, even though I still do that sometimes, but I don't know. It's just something that happens. I just am able to just be myself, which makes me feel so happy and so secure. So like I've gotten a little bit stronger. I think that like, you know, I'm able to lift more weights in the gym. You know, I think you can make the most out of being on testosterone. And yeah, oh, another thing that I forgot to mention is that I was on like the lowest dose, or like a pretty low dose before, but I recently have upped my dose. So now I'm kind of at like what people would consider like a little bit more than a half dose, half of a normal dose of testosterone. Just because I wanted to see a little bit more effects happen a little bit more quickly. And that's really helped with my body shape. I've definitely noticed that in the way my body is shaped, the way the fat has kind of moved around in my body. I'll just give you a little bit of a peek. You can see my chest is built up pretty well up here. My shoulders have broadened. I already had broad shoulders before. I had facial hair before I started transition too. I had to like pluck my chin hairs before, so it just enhanced everything. But like 10 out of 10 would recommend testosterone if you have dysphoria, or if you would like some gender euphoria in terms of a more traditionally masculinized appearance. Like I said, it's really helped me personally, and it has just helped my dysphoria so much. And I feel so good right now in my life. Like, I think I still have some transition goals, and that's totally fine. It's just like right now I feel like really just happy and content where I'm at right now. It doesn't mean like I don't have struggles in my life, because I'm a human being, and so I obviously have things that are difficult and challenging, but you know, I overall just feel good, and I feel happy about who I am and my voice and my face and my body, and that feels so good. It just feels so good to feel confident in who you are. If you're not confident, just try it out. It feels nice. I know that it's not that easy. And I've actually had to work very hard to be accepting of myself. So I don't want to play this off like it's something that you just do and it's easy. It's a difficult process to really learn how to love yourself, but it's a valuable endeavor to take if you are interested in that. Thank you so much for sticking through this wonderful video of me just like rambling and talking about my experience. Like I said before, if you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It'll really help just get my voice out there. Also, if you're interested in working with me, you can go ahead and check out my website down below. You can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, or leave me a comment and just tell me a little bit about your experience. I love to connect with you all, so please reach out to me. Yeah, I really just want to get to know you all much more. Alrighty. Yeah, this is it. I will see you next time. Peace and love.